Welcome back to City Skylines, Socksville. Today we're going to be working on redoing a few areas. You can see here is one that we've already done. I've also spent a little bit of time redoing our agriculture area. We'll work on that a little bit this episode as well. So here's one of the commercial areas that I'm starting to redo and try to make it look like a real commercial area, and it wasn't completely successful. So the idea is this is the entrance to the complex, and then we get, the natural parking lots on the roads. Want to try to use this here to simulate that. It looks pretty good at the medical center here, where I think these medium-sized parking lots really do work for that, where the small ones that we have over here with the fences around them kind of break it a little bit. And you can see there's a gap here where I wish I could have move it, just pull it over just to get rid of this gap, or some type of tool to paint concrete around here would be nice, but eventually I think we'll get that. And we're really abusing the paths to dictate where zoning goes. As we can see here, the paths there will force this one to be zoned over here. Oh, that's the problem there. Okay, so we're figuring it out live here. If we grab this, we just add it in like that, then we can come back to commercial and we'll get it right up on that road. Very nice.
So I do want to correct something here that I didn't catch until after recording, but we can come in here, we can hit move, and we have snappings on by default. We'll turn snapping off and we'll rotate it this way. This is where I want the entrance of the parking lot to be. And if we find the right spot, we should be able to sneak it in here, which is unfortunate because of the size. But if we wanted to sneak it, let's just show the issue first. We've got this little gap here that doesn't look very good. So if we rotate it this way, where we want these cars to go out towards these stores, we get like that, we can then make it look a little bit better. Now we just have some issues on this side to clear up, but we could take care of that with one of our paths, make it look a little bit nicer. Do the same thing. We'll take snapping off and we'll just kind of connect it like that. Also, if we come in here with the upgrade tool, we turn snapping off, and we find the same road type, we should be able to modify it a little bit. You can see how we can slide it over and move it.
So I'm gonna do that with a few more over here. Just see how this just looks crammed. Trying to go for more of an open feel here, and we'll start doing that over here as well. There's also a known not enough customers bug that we're just gonna kind of ignore for now and not really worry about seeing that error until that's patched through with a fix. So I'm not a huge fan of these double sidewalks, but like I kind of mentioned earlier, this is what we're gonna do until we have the ability to zone or control what is zonable areas. And we need some tree anarchy too, don't we? Yeah, gotta find out how to get these modes going. I'd love to be able to fit trees right through in these paths. But there's another complex done. We got a little bit of parking here. Not really a huge fan of the way this is turning out. Let's pause the game real quick. See if we can get that to look a little bit better. Yeah, it just looks a little weird. Looks a little weird, but we'll live with it for now. So ×3, let that keep going. I'll do a few more of these complexes, and just already looks better. Definitely like the way that looks a lot better. And it looks like we might have some more snow coming in. Here's another complex that came in pretty nice. I like the way that's looking. It's looking a lot better. Not 100% sold on this one, but as we see, we come into the roundabout. These four here, looking a lot better, or 5, I guess. Next is to attack this one, and maybe this one as well. And then we're probably pretty much all caught up with commercial. So I got a lot of commercial demand, but like I said, we're going to try to ignore it a little bit. Probably should work on this landfill too. Let's look at productions real quick. Yeah, we do have a surplus of wheat or grain, and we're getting close to that on livestock. Next, we need to get some carrots and wheat in here as well, or vegetables and cotton, I should say. So we'll keep plugging away here, show you the progress as we go. Just taking a look at the entrance of town now, just looks so much better to me. Yeah, I absolutely feel like this looks more realistic. We could get a little bit better. Some of the parking lots, like I mentioned, in the shopping complex are kind of messing up the illusion that we're trying to create. But we're getting closer to figuring out exactly how we want to zone commercial in this new game, at least with the features that we understand at this point. We're going to redo some of this later, but right now I definitely want to attack some of the demand that's going on, and we need a little bit of a office complex. We're going to kind of ignore some of the zoning issues with the commercial demands and keep plugging away at the other ones. I need to completely read the bug list so that I understand everything that we're kind of limited to right now and don't get frustrated. Once I was reading that earlier today, definitely started feeling better about the progress we've been making. And it's nice to see that they're actively working on bug fixes this quickly with the game being released, and it makes me way more excited about it. Just gonna play around with this and see how that turns out for a little business complex. Not sure how traffic's gonna get involved, and these end of roads, I would love if they were just square instead of round. I wish there was an option to switch that, but I don't know if there is. Get those buildings to come in. I don't know if there's gonna be enough demand to really see the outcome of that yet, but we'll see when it does. Let's go work on our farm area now. 100,000. Yeah, we upgraded some buildings that I figured was gonna hurt financially. And what do we got here? We full? Okay, this is where I want to take a look at development under garbage. What do we do? What do we do? We could put one out here, but the wind goes that way. Well, let's see what we have. Let's unlock the incinerator plants. Let's get that unlocked. And the recycling plant. Let's do that. And we're gonna put that out. We're actually gonna do the recycling out here. I'm not sure if it shows the reach, but that's definitely gonna become an issue. And let's see if we can set this to start emptying, because I want to get that out of there, as well as we'll put a little bit of a landfill here, just a tiny one for now, and we can adjust that later as needed as we learn a little bit about how these two are going to interact with each other. Hopefully this doesn't fill up as quick as the one over here did. I mean, we're in the second year of playing this game now, January 2024. So yeah, a little interesting. So it looks like it is working on emptying it. That's a cool little animation. Very cool. But yeah, that's problematic. You know, this whole industrial area needs to find a new home long term. But I want to play around with this and see if we can get a little bit more out of it. Let's look at the production again. Deficit of, we want to get a little bit more livestock. So let's go ahead, and I believe livestock can go anywhere, but we're going to cut this across that way. Pause the game. Bulldoze that for a minute and just get the road added, and then we'll add that back in like so. And I want to start thinking about the road layout of this farm area, but I don't want to go too crazy with it because I do want to add it to the north. I guess we're going to call it the northwest end of our location. So we'll get this a little bit shot out here, and we'll take a look at livestock again. And we still have a 25 ton deficit there. I don't like how it starts on that side. And we're just going to kind of, oh, you can see the circle shows where it can go. Let's not go that big. We'll go to about right here, and then we'll go like that. Harvestable resources. Why does it say only 2%? Because when you go in here, the livestock farming specialized industry can be set up anywhere to produce livestock. Okay, so I don't know why that was showing the way it was. Company none. Nobody's moved in yet because the game's paused. Instantly, look at that. Wow. They want 10 employees, and they got 2. 93. Let's see what that did to that production. Getting close. We want to get a surplus like we did there. Logs, we'll have to look at that next. But then I wanted to come in here and kind of simulate some like rural housing here. I want this one. I want to just grab like that. We'll put a house there, put a house here, and then like across the street we'll do a little house. Just kind of like fill it in with rural housing. And then when we get, oh gosh, I really wish we had better brushes for that. But let's see what this does. Kind of, let's add the spruce tree and a brush, and we'll put the strength at like 100. Kind of just throwing in there, and it looks like they start as babies and maybe they grow over time, but we're just kind of filling in a little bit there. And I want to do that here as well, where it lets me get this rural area out here, just having some trees. I have no idea how much this is costing. Money's, yep, shooting down a little bit. We got $3 million. We're fine. I'm ready for winter to be over. Definitely ready for that. Looks like some more snow coming in, frost. Let's look at that deficit now. Yeah, just barely there. And if we did another one across the street, oops, go right there, over. I could do like that, just to kind of... Is it not going to let me? Weird. Like so. Yeah, that lines up kind of nice. Oh, that's going to bother me. That's okay. I don't know how quickly this shows up. Yeah, get it down to... Yeah, getting there. Getting there. 100% production, 111% over here, 111%. Getting close. And what happens if we snuck one? Just kind of learning. Yeah, we can sneak it in right there. And we'll just like go behind these houses. Go up like so. Like that. All right. And that should definitely, yeah, it gets us to a surplus. That is super nice. And we are so, why is the balance so bad? I'm going to have to watch some videos of people who figured that out. I did upgrade some services. So my services, like over here, we upgraded this. So this one's costing us $5,600 a month just to have police. The medical center is $118,000 a month. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, these offices still haven't come in yet, but I'm worried that if we don't do anything with that commercial demand, that nothing else is really gonna pop off. So let's get some of this industrial demand here. And this area out here, I'm kind of just growing to help us keep progressing on the city building that we're doing. I took my stab at improving my commercial areas. I think next episode we might look a little bit at improving the industrial area, but that'll work for now. And again, this is going to be super problematic soon, that this is the only road in and out. So we need to think about that very soon. Yeah, pretty cool looking rural area here. Well, you know, we'll keep extending, just kind of playing around, figuring it out. Certain parts of the game I definitely feel more comfortable with. This is all brand new, so we'll get it going soon. I do like the way these houses blend in with these farms, though. Kind of makes me have an idea here. Drag to like there. Do that, as well as start really adjusting these to take advantage of all the space we can. That's gonna be too close. Is that gonna be too close? It is too close. All right, let's go ahead and just snag that one. Sorry you were evicted, but we do have a couple houses in here. Gosh, that looks cool. Yeah, like their neighbors or like an extra house that they have. I dig it. I dig it. Is this fertile land here? It is not. Fertile land's all up there. So this is one that I think I want to replace with fertile land eventually. But what's going on here? Overloaded. Oh, it can't match the demand. There are upgrades we can do. Okay. So let's go ahead and add in. What do we do? Just to make sure, while we're not sure exactly what we want to do surplus wise, let's add a little service road here. So I think we got rid of our transformer. We'll do that, and that should help because now we'll import, but that's going to hurt us financially a little bit more. So we'll have to take a look at that in here. But gosh, we're not making any money. We're not making any money. Next episode, we definitely want to look at public transportation and see about doing that as well to fix things up. The last thing I want to do this episode is break this apart and make it look a little bit better. Let's do that now. So let's get rid of that road, and that should fix that. That went a little far. Yeah, that shouldn't have really happened. Let's dezone all of this though. And I think that's because of this slope, maybe? Pause the game. Let's go ahead and bulldoze this road, and we'll soften this all out and grab that road type again. Kind of worked a little bit, but not completely. Like this section here. There we go. Okay, so now if we add the skinny road, there we go. And I want to add just a stretch here. Snapping off for a second. So, and then these might take a while to come back zoning. That no longer condemned. Let the game play. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I was wanting to see what that would look like real fast, but I can tell it's already a little better breaking it up. And as the demand comes back, they'll fill up. I'm gonna let some time pass and see how that works. So I did zone some mixed commercial and residential here. I'm not a fan. I wish they were all this size, not these huge ones. So we'll have to see how we feel about that in a little bit. Yeah, not super excited about that. Yeah, Socksville didn't grow much, just a lot of changes in the the commercial area that I think, gosh, I think that looks so much more realistic than it did before. Let me know what you think. Hopefully our office complexes will come in soon. You can see the landfill is emptying, so hopefully we'll be able to get rid of that soon. And the split up of this extra road that we added, looking good. I want to try this back row a little bit more to try to fix that. And I don't like the high school. I just wanted to kind of see the size of it. We'll figure that out next episode, as well as figure out this row industry commercial. Yeah, this is something that I'm super excited about mods eventually. I would love to control it and have them all this size right here. I would love that to go down there. So maybe we can figure that out next episode of how that's zoned. Maybe we just do this, and that'll take care of itself over time. And it looks like it will. All right, we'll figure out all the tricks. But I'm Socksway Up. I will catch you on the next episode.